Okay, welcome to another installment of Math is Easy Step-by-Step instructional video. Today I'd like to go over simplifying fractions. Before we do that, I do want to mention it's to your advantage to look up on the internet, and there are many different sources, many different types. You could use a Bing search, a Google search, any internet search that you would like to find this. This is a 12 by 12 multiplication chart. Now you can find the blank charts where they have numbers from 1 all the way to 12 on both sides. 1 all the way down to 12. And you'll have a grid with blank values. And typically on the back side or on a separate page, you will have the product. Product is the answer to a multiplication problem. So you can practice your multiplications. You really need to increase these skills in order to do a few of the things that we will be talking about today. So 1 times 1 is 1, right? 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 5 is 5. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. And 2 times 4 is 8. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. And on and on and on. The more you go over these different type of product on the multiplication chart, finding the products, the better you will get at dividing. Which brings us to simplifying fractions, of course. Now, I'm showing you here 1/2. 1/2 is the reduced form of a fraction. You cannot simplify the numerator, the top, or the denominator, the 2, any further. These two values are simplified as much as you can simplify them. So if you were to double 1/2, you would get 2 over 4. If you, and by double I mean 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4. So you're multiplying the top and bottom by 2. If you double 2 over 4, 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8. And if you double 4 over 8, you would end up with 8 over 16. Now these three forms are not reduced. Why? Well, I know I could simplify 2 over 4. That could become 1/2. I can simplify 4 over 8, and that would become 1/2. And I could simplify 8 over 16, which would become 1/2. The simplified or the reduced form of each of these fractions. So this is just an example video, and I'm going to show you how to do this. Again, your product knowledge or the answer to multiplication problems is very important. So I'm going to show you 3 ways to do this. The first way was the way I used it for years until I became more familiar with my products. Multiplying numbers, of course. Product is the answer to a multiplication problem. So here I have the top number 8, the bottom number 16. I need to think about what number would divide evenly. And in this particular example, I'm going to use what's the smallest number I can use to divide into both the top and the bottom numbers and not get a remainder. For example, I know 8's an even number, I know 16's an even number, and typically with even numbers, the smallest number you can divide into top and bottom would be a 2. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide 2 into both top and bottom. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Or another way to think about that, what number times 2 would give you 8? Of course, that's 4. And 2 times what number would give me 16? Well, I know 2 times 8 is 16. Or 16 divided by 2 is 8. Now, I'm going to do the same thing. What is the smallest number that can be divided into both top and bottom without a remainder of 0? And I know even number, I can divide 2. So I'll do it again. I'll divide 2. And I'll keep dividing 2 over 2 as long as the even numbers are on top and bottom. Even numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16. Okay, it goes on and on and on. So 4 divided by 2, or what number times 2 would give me 4? I know 2 times 2 would give me 4. So 2 8 divided by 2, what number times 2 would give me 8? 4. And by the way, you do have to, whatever number you divide in the top has got to be the same number you divide into the bottom. Okay, I want to make sure that's crystal clear for everybody. So I'm continuing to reduce these fractions by dividing the same number, the smallest number, that will go into the top and the bottom. So what number will go into both 2 and 4, divided in the top and bottom evenly without a remainder? Hey, you guessed it, 2. So 2 divided by 2, or what number times 2 would give you 2? 1. And 2 times what number would give you 4? Or 4 divided by 2 gives you 2. So this fraction of 8 over 16 has been reduced to 1/2. Can you see the relationship here of the example I gave earlier? How if you double and keep doubling the fractions, you get a value. And then if you, by reducing that 8 over 16 fraction by the smallest number, instead of multiplying, you're dividing. So there is a relationship between multiplying and dividing. The better you get at multiplying, the better you're going to get at dividing. I can guarantee it. All right. So here, let's do another example. In this example, I'm going to say, you know what? I'm pretty good with my multiplication skills, and I know I can divide 4 into 8 evenly without a remainder. And I know I can divide 4 into 16 would give me a value without a remainder. That would be a quotient. When you get an answer to a division problem, it's called a quotient. So hey, I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I'm going to divide 4 into both top and bottom. Remember, you have to use that same number for top and bottom. 4 times 2 is 8. And I know 4 times 4 is 16. Of course, 8 divided by 4 is 2, and 16 divided by 4 is 4. It's just another way of looking at it. 2 over 4, it's not reduced, it's not simplified. Why? Because I know there's a number that will divide in top and bottom evenly. So I'm going to continue. I know 2 will be divided by 2 evenly because 2 times 1 is 2. I know 4 will be divided evenly because 2 times 2 is 4. So I'm going to divide both 2 into the top and into the bottom numbers. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So we have our reduced fraction. I'm hoping this is helping you out. And finally, 8 over 16. Now I'm going to pretend, hey, I'm a more advanced, I have a more advanced understanding of the multiplication tables, multiplying and dividing. So I know, hey, 8 would be divided into 8 evenly. And I know there's a number times 8 that gives me 16. So I'm going to divide 8 into the tops and the bottom of this fraction. 8 divided by 8 is 1. 16 divided by 8 is 2. I have the reduced fraction of 1/2. I hope you have found this helpful. If you would like more assistance with fractions, please contact me privately and we can set up some tutoring. This was Math is Easy, step by step. Thank you for joining me.